This is Grandpa.
And Grandma.
Welcome to episode 10 of Surviving with Grandma and Grandpa. Today we're going to start out by building a jail for our two little critters back there, captured last episode. So, without further ado, let's get to working.
I start by grabbing a few blocks.
So where do you want to put this jail?
I'd like to put it over by where we have them trapped. A little way out of the village there.
Well, I'll take this tree out.
Okay.
Oh my. He didn't like me standing next to him.
I don't think they like anything much we do.
I'm gonna go make some iron bars. You got any iron bars on you?
Nope.
And I'll get the reins. So we can drag the boat.
Okay. I start placing blocks, just try to get an idea of a layout that might work. I'd like to incorporate both of these zombies into the layout, though, so it'd be easier to get them in the cells. So we accidentally kill one of them, or both of them, that's not going to be good at all. That'll completely ruin this part of the build. So this is just temporary until I figure out the true layout and the true design. I'm thinking about it as I lay blocks. We'll try some different palettes, see what looks good, what doesn't look good. As always, no pre-planning. Just get in, play Minecraft, have fun, and build.
You gonna put both of them in here?
Yes.
I'm already not really liking this layout. I'd like to incorporate both into the same layout. I'll continue putting up some blocks, see what I can come up with.
This will be temporary. Here. Let's let them out and get them in. We'll build the jail cells.
Well, you gonna bust this right here?
I'm not sure. I'm just going to get a basic shape down and modify it and see what looks good. What'll work, what won't work. I grabbed some polished TUFF slabs. Let's put down a little floor. So I'm doing this, I'm thinking to myself, I'd like to keep the view of the zombies at floor level. I'm not having them block up so you can see them easier. I'm going to go ahead and put this down and see what it looks like.
I'm gonna go get some iron so we can make more bars if we need to.
Okay. I start putting down the TUFF slabs. Look in the colors, I just don't know. It just looks like the wrong color to match up with that type of brick. So I'm not sure, but I'm going to go ahead and lay these down. I may change one or the other brick or change everything before it's over. So let's just get some blocks down. I look around at what I did. It's just not appealing to me. I think I'm going to have to change it up. I decided to demo this and start over. I just don't like the way the layout's going. I'm getting other ideas as I'm doing this. And that's part of the process. Just work and look at things, look what looks right, what doesn't look right. Change it as you go.
You do take it apart.
Yeah, I don't like what I had there.
So I grabbed some blocks, went back up there, started working on a new layout. I want to keep the first row here at ground level. So I start digging out more blocks. I'm going to try to incorporate at least part of both of these traps into the main structure. So it'll be easy to release both zombies into the main structure once it's done.
Want it to be at ground level, so we can see them easy.
I also changed the floor to polished deep slate instead of tough. I think it'll look nicer.
What'd you do with you put the bars in here? The blocks.
I grabbed some glass panes. I want to see if that'll work as part of the surround of the actual cells so we can see the zombies in there from outside of the building. Decided to make it a little wider. I'd like to make 2 jail cells here. One for each zombie. I don't want them to be in the same one. We also want some bars involved in this. I just have to keep working with it until I figure out what'll work, what won't work.
Be easier if we move them around when it's dark. So why don't you make some fencing just to put around here so while it's dark we ain't got some creeper or something wandering up on top of us.
Okay.
Don't matter what color it is, we probably won't leave it up.
Well, I've got a bunch are already made, so I might as well
Yeah.
use that.
Yeah.
I continue working on the cell as Grandma starts working on a fence. I divide the cell into 2 sections, one for each prisoner. Then I attempt to finish off the front of the cells.
Where the lights are is where the gates are.
Okay. Now I gotta decide how to make the doors in here. I think I'll use metal doors. That'd be more secure for a jail cell.
Well, how are you going to coax them in there?
We'll figure that out once we get it completed. So I attempt to install the cell doors and discover an issue. They don't fit in there properly. I'm going to have to change something. I grabbed some metal blocks. I thought I'd try those. That seems to work. Look who showed up, Wandering Trader. Well, I put up some bars, and I discovered that's not going to work either. There's a big gap between the door and the bars. So I'm going to have to go too high in here. So I grabbed some glass blocks. Thought might look okay in there. That seems to work. I wanted something we could see through and see the prisoners. So I think glass blocks will work good there. I grabbed some more blocks, so I had to work on the building some more.
Got you a couple more reins.
Oh, that's good. We might use the reins to hook onto the boats if we got to drag them into the cells. I'm not sure. We're not quite that far yet, but that's the plan.
Well, you need to have an out if you're going to go in there and they're going to chase you in.
Yeah, I'll try to figure out something.
What kind of roof you going to put on this thing?
Same kind of normally do.
Do you need buttons?
Sure. Might as well make a few. I keep laying blocks. And we'll figure out how to release the zombies and get them in the cells. I put an accent layer between the first row of the roof and the second, the final row. And put down these mangrove logs, so then I'm going to strip them.
So what kind of wood is that?
Mangrove. I'm going to strip them, add a little bit of color to the build. And then I'm going to put more slabs on top of here. That way it'll be a bottom row of slabs and the roof won't be spawnable.
Now you're going to keep these corners as glass? Or as iron bars? Or are you going to put this tile brick down in the corners?
I think I'm going to keep the corners like they are, but I'm going to take a look at it once I get this done.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep it like that. It's going to be all open. They can't get out of it.
Now, how you gonna do your exit plan?
I'll knock the wall down, get them in there, and then figure it out.
Okay.
After looking at these corners on ground level, I decided Grandma's right, so I changed them up. Look kind of silly here in the front. I'm going to leave the back like they are, though. Also, after talking about it, we decided to put a little lobby on the front of this. Instead of just having the jail cell doors come right up to the outside. Won't be able to finish it up until we get the structures tore down that the zombies are currently in. I'll put down the blocks I can. Together we work on the doors, putting up some buttons, getting things ready to let some zombies in here. Then the fun's gonna begin. I finished the indoor prep so we can get the zombies in here and they can't interact with each other.
Is there enough lanterns in there?
Could be. That's plenty.
First, I decided to take down the iron doors and put down some gates. Thought I'd get out the gate a little easier. I decided to go back to the house, get some cobwebs, put them up so that the zombie won't be able to move too fast once I let him out. And I had some visitors while I was coming this way. Ooh, there's a creeper too. Got him. Grandma got the first shot, I got the second. So I'm going up to get some cobwebs. I get up, look in the box, and to my surprise, 2 cobwebs. So I grab them. And I thought, well, it's better than none. Oh, there was the trader playing hide and seek. I make my way back to the jail. Decided to try to open this up to let the zombie out. I guess I forgot he was in a boat, so I put up a gate so he couldn't come running out when I opened up the wall. Which you couldn't do because he's in a boat. I put up the cobwebs. Then I discovered an issue I have. I have to chop the boat to get him out of there. I try to think of the safe way of doing this so I don't hit the zombie. So I asked Grandma for some help.
What is it saying? It shows you the things around boats and stuff.
A hitbox.
But how do you open it up?
F3. Oh, not F3. Hang on, let me look.
Okay. While waiting and not thinking, I take the cobwebs down with my sword, which turns them back into string, which means now I have no cobwebs.
It's F3B.
Okay. I see it.
Thought it might be easier to work on this from the outside, chop the boat, but I can't get the wall closed back up there.
Give me a lead.
Well, they're in the box.
So I grabbed the leads Grandma put in the box for me and go inside to drag it in the building by hooking onto the boat. Never done anything like this, so I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but we'll see. So I attach the lead to the boat. And start pulling. Need more room, so I open up behind me. Go ahead and open up the bars. Drag him in.
You want me to go around the other side and put in glass?
Let me go around to the outside and I'll take a look at it. I have some glass with me if I need to put some glass there.
What I want in there. I guess that's going to be glass. I got glass.
After looking at it, it'd been easier just to let Grandma go ahead and put the glass in. Oh well. Nobody's ever accused me of doing things the easy way. I start cleaning up the dirt.
You want me to take the dirt down?
Sure. I head back inside to let the zombie out of the boat. I think it would have been easier if I'd have left the gate in. Oh, he come out pretty quick. I didn't get the door up. Got him. One in, one to go. So I figure this time it should be pretty easy.
Oh shit. The creeper
What?
in there.
Oh.
Creeper in there.
Alright, hang on.
We'll kill it with a bow. I just killed it.
How did it get in a boat?
Must not have been any light in there. I thought I put a light in there.
That was a real whoopsie poopsie moment. So I started thinking, I thought maybe the easiest way to get him in there would just be to put a pressure plate down. Door open, he can get in there, then I'll just hop out. I don't know why my plans never work like I think they will.
Get ready to put some glass up here. Well,
You got panes or regular glass?
I got panes. I'm okay. I got plenty.
Of course, I don't notice the big gaping hole I left in the side there.
How'd you get out? Close the gate.
He keeps hitting me, knocking me away from the button. I can't hit it. I'm trying. There, I got it. Finally, they're both in there. I left that big hole open. Jeez. Let's get this thing closed up before I screw something else up.
It wasn't too painful. A little bit.
We got to finish your building here.
You know, I gotta get this dirt out of here. I'm gonna put a floor in there anyway. Same floor that's in there.
Do we start working to fix the rest of the building though? Shouldn't take too much longer. Like could have put windows in it. Gonna put a slab roof on it.
They'll leave the fence around the back part. People can just stand outside the fence and look at it.
This part should be non-spawnable like the top roof. It'll be bottom blocks. I think it looks pretty good so far. I think it's nice to have a little overhang over the door there. We need to do some other decorations.
I'm going to go ahead and sleep.
Okay.
You still want this fence around this thing?
You don't have
Pardon?
to. You don't have to.
Boy, it's too short, it seems like.
Oh, behind you.
Now where'd he show up from?
We're in a hill back there.
Well, somebody didn't sleep when they were supposed to.
Oh, there we got our jail.
I thought you were going to do something with the floor.
Thanks for reminding me.
Well, my armor must work.
That's a good thing.
Here. I'll build the floor in there. Wait, I'll give you all of it. Yeah. Found some more coal.
Yeah, I'll get it. You want a couple name tags?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll go get you a couple.
One can hold stuff, the other one can't. They didn't disappear, though, inside the thing, but that's because they were in a boat, probably.
Well, and they got hats.
Yeah, they didn't burn up, but the one isn't holding anything. They're supposed to have to hold something if they're going to not respawn. Name them something funny.
Got any suggestions?
Well, everybody, we finished up with our jail. You saw us build part of it. Let's go over and show it to them, Grandma.
Okie dokie.
Okay. That's what the building looks like.
Well, you recognize the inhabitants from the last episode.
Yep, we found out they're actually celebrities. Let me go inside here and show you. Over here on this left side is Butch Cassidy. We didn't know that. And over here is Sundance Kid. So we have celebrities. Build a little lobby in here. We put signs. Grandma got us some glowing ink. SWGGJL. So christened this building. And we got them labeled out here. Here's Sundance. That's Butch Cassidy. I'm stuck in there forever homes now. Of course, both of them you can see, just like if you watched the movie, you saw the end of it. They didn't make it out of there. So you can see they expired, but they came back as zombies. So, hope you enjoyed this episode. We got our little friends here in their homes. And next we'll go battle
The trial chamber.
Yep, we'll go back to the trial chamber. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, consider leaving a like, consider subscribing. This is Grandpa.
And Grandma.
We'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.